What's going on, guys? Welcome back into the channel. Welcome back into the San Francisco Giants franchise here on MLB The Show 21 on Next Gen. Yes, I know that it has been a long time and I definitely should have gotten to this series sooner, but in today's video, we are going to be hitting the playoffs finally with this Giants team and seeing what we can do. First things first, in today's video, as soon as I hit this franchise, it popped up with a notification for league leaders, and we had our starting pitcher, Jojo Romero. If you remember, he actually led the league in winning percentage, .750. Just to give a quick little refresher here, this is how the playoff bracket stacks up. So we are on the right side down there on the bottom. The Dodgers won their wildcard game against the New York Mets. So we will be taking on the Dodgers here in this series to see who can go on to the NLCS and face off against the winner of Milwaukee and Philadelphia, and then potentially work our way to the World Series if we can perform well against the Dodgers here. Now, what I'm going to do in today's video is I'm going to do a mixture of playing these playoff games and doing some type of simulation and management type stuff so that we can work through the off season, or rather the postseason. What am I talking about? The postseason here in today's video, and maybe we can cap this series off with some wins and maybe go to an off season and stuff like that, and leave this on a good note or something like that. But at the very least, let's go ahead and see what we can do against the Dodgers, and then we'll go from there. Now, it has definitely been a while since I've played a game here on MLB The Show 21. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be pitching on All-Star, and I'm going to be batting on Veteran. Even on Veteran, I haven't been the best in the past, especially going up against who we're going to be going against. Trevor Bauer, 94 overall. We're going to be going with an 87 overall Tyler Beede in today's matchup, and you guys can see the difference between our lineup and their lineup. It is blurred there on the left side, but you can see all the 90s in their lineup, and we're full of a couple of 80s and mostly 70 overall players. So it's gonna be a tough outing for us in order to try to get things done. I think what I do want to do in today's game, however, is I want to put in Buster Posey here for our first base. I think that he should be able to get the job done there, and he'll be a better fielder for us in this game. He does have the ability to play first base for us. And then in terms of other players, I could put Willians Astudillo in there, but I like having some options off of the bench in order to be able to, maybe get some more hits and things like that. I think Blaze Jordan will be a fine player for us at third base for today, although I am questioning his fielding ability there to start off the game. Yeah, you know what? We have Luis Toribio up here, and he's a 77 overall. He's definitely a better defensive player than Blaze is, so we'll go ahead and insert him into the lineup at third base, and we'll go ahead and leave Blaze Jordan off the immediate card right now, and that should set us up, I would think, for a very, very solid performance out of these guys. Now, like I said, haven't hit a ball in forever in this game, so it's gonna be questionable as to whether we can do anything in today's game or not. You guys should see a good portion of this one. I don't know how I'm going to do every single game, but let's go ahead and at least get this first inning in on the mound and see how we fare. It's been a month at the very least since I've been on MLB at all. I'm a little bit worried pitching on All-Star that I might give up some runs early and put us in a bad position. 1 ball, 1 strike early on there on the fastballs. I'm going to go ahead and try to hit a slider, take a little bit of speed off of it. And we got close. We're going up against one of the best lineups in the game, so it's going to be trouble for us to be able to pitch around the zone on some of these guys. If I leave too many pitches in like that, those are going to be taken for potentially home runs that are going to kill us. So we have to avoid that type of stuff. Change up. He does get a hold of that change up. That looks like a good opportunity to me for a curveball, but we have to really avoid letting this sit up in the zone. We have trouble with that. He does get underneath of that one, and that's Turner. He is going to definitely get on base with that 97 speed, and I thought he might even try to go for 2 with how slowly that ball was hit, and our outfielders don't have that much speed to be able to track down what's thrown or what's hit to them out there. So I also have to be cautious of that. Not a bad, honestly, yeah, and see, I'm not paying attention. Not a bad first batter thrown to for our pitcher. Honestly, I think the performance there was solid. But we do have to be careful. Trey Turner has now stolen a base on us, so we don't want to give up an easy run if we can avoid it. We'll go with the changeup down. Oh, man, and he's going to let that through. That is going to be a run scored. We're going to go ahead and throw that one into second base, and we are going down 1-0 at the top of the first inning. Nobody out, and another man left on first base. Mookie Betts, I'm surprised that he's only got 68 speed over there. I thought he was a little bit quicker than that. Might be throwing a little bit too... I mean, Tyler Beede doesn't have a huge arsenal in terms of what we can actually use here pitch-wise. He's definitely not getting any calls right now. I think that one was a strike before. That one, I mean, arguably could have been called as well. I'm not liking the way that this umpire is playing us right now. That's going to put us at 3-1. We're going to have to give him a competitive pitch. I'm just going to go fastball down and away. That one was left into the zone. Lucky that that's not a 2-run home run. I definitely need to step off the mound there. Did not mean to actually chuck that over to first, but I need to step off because I picked the wrong pitch. Might be able to get him swinging. Yeah, okay. We at least get one out. We get one out. Still a man on first. If we can get out of this inning with only one hit allowed, one run allowed, I think we'll be fine. Bad throw on my part. We should have been able to throw him out. I just hit it a little bit too soon on the release. I need to be careful about these stolen bases today. We can't allow them to do this all day long towards us. That'll be another out at the very least. But they do have a man in scoring position on third base right now. That is a little bit risky. So we're going to have to, I think, be a little bit aggressive in terms of the way that we pitch Max Muncy here. Try to get as close to the zone as we can. We're not trying to go too far out. I want to try to get, you know what? I'm going to go fastball again, up and away. I want to try to get 2 strikes. We're not going to hit the zone, unfortunately.
2-1, here it is.
Man, they are patient with their pitches. I don't know for sure if I need to, but I'm going to turn the game volume down a little bit just to make sure that I'm not being drowned out. All right, 3-2. I'm going to hit him with, I don't mind if I walk him, so I'm going to go really inside on this pitch. We are going to get him to swing at it, and that will be the 3rd out of the inning. We will escape with only 1 run allowed. However, it'll be Mookie Betts who drives in the game leading run right now, and we'll go ahead and give you guys at least 1 inning here on the batting side of the ball, and then we might do highlight format from here on out. Cutter down and in a little bit. This is going to be Tyler Black, our lead-up man, up to bat. He's got really good contact against righties. He is going to get a hold of that one. That should be a base hit, and that will do. 76 speed is pretty solid, especially for an infielder, so Tyler Black is going to be our first man on base. He's got very good stealing, although I don't know that I want to waste my base runners per se early on. So we are probably going to be swinging aggressively and trying to just get guys moving, not necessarily looking for a steal or anything like that quite yet. As you guys can see, they are ready for it. So Joe Adele, the ultimate prospect that we got over from the Angels. Oh, come on, you got to get to second base. Man, they're going to call him out. I waited way too long to hit that. That's on me. Can't be doing that. Absolutely can't be doing that. We can't waste that opportunity. We got to react faster to that. That'll be a 3-1 count. They're not necessarily pitching to us, though, so that's good news. Oh, and I think we're going to get a hold of that. No! Not going to be out of the park the way that I would like it to be. That one's going to go close to the warning track, not quite to the warning track. Unfortunately, that's going to sit down 2 batters now, and Buster Posey is up to bat on this one. And Buster Posey takes a swing at it, hits it right to the shortstop. Shortstop makes the play, gets it over to first base, and after the first inning, we will be down 1-0. Moving into the second inning here, we were able to get it through a scoreless top half. Toribio is going to be up to bat, hits the ball really nicely on a curveball, knuckle curve, but unable to get that one past the first baseman. First baseman actually does a nice job of keeping that in front of him in order to prevent a base runner. So Steven Duggar is going to be up to bat now. Hits it into a very similar location. Steven Duggar does have a little bit of speed, so nice to have him on base, though we do have that one out. Hopefully we can get him moved over into scoring position at the very least. Joey Bart, our big catching prospect that has really stepped up and done better as of late, I think is going to be crucial if we are going to have postseason success. He's really what you would consider our star player, I would say, right now, just based on overall and everything like that. He was a first-round pick back in 2018, it says, although we know how accurate that can actually be. That one's hit up the middle. That should get us over to third base, and it does. Clutch hit there by our catcher, Joey Bart, and that's going to bring up who? That's going to bring up Elliot Ramos to the plate. Man on first, man on third. Looks like they're probably going to be pitching us outside. Ramos is a guy that developed a ton of power this season for us. I think led our team in home runs. You guys can see that power right there as he gets a little bit of hold of one, hooks it. That one was up and in. Probably shouldn't have swung at that. And that one, he'll get us with the slider down, very down low into the dirt. Ramos is going to be sat down. Now, Marco Luciano, the true Giants prospect, up to bat. Can he get us our first run of the playoffs? He's going to get caught swinging against that slider. Slider again, nowhere near the zone. One ball, one strike. That'll bring us to 2 balls. Knuckle curve outside of the zone. Swinging on the cutter. That one went further outside than I expected it to be. Missed it by a little bit. They're not throwing it to him in the zone. That one is a 4-seamer down the middle. We should have gotten a hold of that one, but my accuracy was off a bit. Oh, come on, ump. We held up on that one for sure. I definitely checked in time. They're going to get us on a questionable call there against the slider. That'll take us to the 3rd inning, and we still maintain this 1-0 deficit. We're now joined here top of the 3rd, and 2 outs. Man on first, man on second, so crucial situation here. We got to try to get out of this inning without allowing a run. If we can get 1 man out, that'll do it for us. Tyler Beede not having his best performance on the mound control-wise, but, not performing poorly by any stretch of the imagination. We're going to go ahead with a curveball and try to hit this thing really far down into the dirt. We do catch him swinging on it, get it over to first base, and that'll get us out of the top of the 3rd and take us to the bottom with a chance to tie or take a lead. So Tyler Beede is going to be up to bat, the pitcher. We'll see if he can't do anything himself. Interesting strategy to not send it our way. See, they still haven't fixed that. They still didn't fix the check swing issue within the game. Slider down and away does get us swinging on that one. We'll have to swing for contact here, I think. I still think that's an issue. I think that they addressed it. Tyler Beede flies out there. I do believe that they addressed that issue. I'm pretty sure that at some point they said it has something to do with, I don't know, they wanted it to be more based on user input or something like that. I don't really know. That's a bad call by the umpire. Well, not bad per se, but in comparison to the calls we've been getting, that's a bad one.
And it's fouled away.
I'm pretty sure that the developers addressed the check swing thing and said that they don't plan to fix it, or they don't plan to change it because it is operating the way they want it to. Tyler Black almost gets a hold of one and takes it deep. Just early on that, or that definitely would have been out of the park. Tyler Black wearing 43 for us. One of my favorite prospects here that we developed in this franchise. Gets a hold of another cutter. That cutter's coming in slow. Honestly, I think that cutter is going to be the pitch that we probably take deep at some point if we do. Knuckle curve outside. That'll be the first ball, interestingly enough. There's another one. Cutter left up and in. We got good timing on it. And that's going to be a fly out. What is that? We hit that one better than the first one, and it went shorter. I'm pretty sure that first cutter that we hit went over the far wall, just foul. Man, the consistency of this game just isn't there. If I'm being honest with you guys, that's part of the reason why I stopped playing MLB, because the gameplay itself is not as good as it could be. I get frustrated with the consistency, especially on higher difficulties. It's like, I can get, it tells me I have good timing, I get the right angle on the ball, and for whatever reason, I just don't get a hit. I feel like 9 times out of 10, I'm hitting the ball right to a defender there, though. However, we do get a man on base. Joe Adell does a nice job getting to first. But that's part of the reason why I'm just now getting back to this, because, I had some issues with the game. Please tell me that that's off the wall. It's not. That's another fly out. I swear that that's everything that happens to me. It's like 9 times out of 10, you're flying out to somebody. Yeah, that's where I stand with it. We're going to go ahead to the top of the 4th. I'll bring you guys back in as we get any highlights. So some pitcher-on-pitcher action here to try to end. And what is that call, guys? This is the type of crap that I've been getting. That's right down the middle. How am I not going to get that call? They're giving that call to the Dodgers every single time. So pitcher-on-pitcher action here. We are hopefully going to catch this ball and end the top of the 4th. Still haven't allowed a run since that early one, but still haven't been able to get anything going here on the offensive side of the ball.
Up at 1-1. This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
The 2-2.
And a potentially really good hit by Toribio. That should be a double, if not a triple. I think we can get 3 bases out of this one. He failed to pick that one up. I'm almost considering going home. No, I shouldn't. That's gonna be in home well ahead of us potentially getting in inside the park home run. Luis Toribio with our first really nice hit of the game, in my opinion. That comes here in the bottom of the 4th. And honestly, it's about time that we got something going. We've hit some balls well, but have gotten unlucky with the location of where they're falling. I believe, guys, that this is the 25th episode, if I'm not mistaken, of this Giants franchise. That is going to definitely be high enough for us to score this run. I think? No, that's an arm and a half. No, okay. I feel like the catcher probably could have stayed back and actually had a shot at that tag. That is going to tie the game at 1-1. There will be 1 out in the inning, so we do still have some opportunity here to potentially get the game leading run, I guess is the phrase that I'm looking for, where we have the potential to take the lead. But yeah, like I was saying, this is the 25th edition of our Giants franchise, so I think a good a good number for us here to be hitting the playoffs in our come up season, as I would kind of call it. Shout out to everybody that's been following along this franchise and has stuck around or subscribed to my channel for this franchise or for the MLB content. I really appreciate you guys. We're gonna pop that one up with Joey Bart, but I really appreciate everybody that tunes in to the MLB videos, and I look forward to the next MLB game and being able to get content on there, and potentially maybe revisiting this game at some point again for, did Ramos get enough of that, or is that a pop-up? That was a really well hit ball, but the launch angle was too high. That's going to be another fly out to left field. I look forward to producing future MLB content is essentially what I was getting at there. So, really, really appreciate all that you guys do in support of the MLB content on this channel.
Set now for the bottom of the fifth, and stepping up is the shortstop, Marco Luciano. Swing, high drive, left field and deep.
And that's going to be a home run. I didn't think it was going to go over the wall, so I wasn't saying anything just yet. Marco Luciano is going to give us the lead. Guys, let's hope we get a nice little replay on this one. Marco Luciano puts us ahead 2-1 in the bottom of, I think, the 5th inning now. We're getting close to that point where the pitchers are starting to hit a little bit of potential fatigue in the game. Tyler Beede is up next to bat, so no guarantees for him. But Trevor Bauer is going to get taken deep by Luciano, who's wearing number 94 right now. He gets taken deep over the left field wall, and this thing was a rocket hit out there. Just gets enough to get up over the wall. Really, really nice strike by him, and the perfect opportunity to give this team the lead, and hopefully we can keep that lead and not look back. Tyler Beede is going to go out, but we have Tyler Black up to bat now, and the beginning of our order starts over yet again. So this is a tough position for Trevor Bauer to be facing. There we go. This is an opportunity for us, I think, to rally, to be honest with you guys. Only one out. Bauer gave up that home run. We now have a man on first that has some speed, has some stealing ability. I think I'm going to go for the steal. I really do. Come on, move it, move it, move it. Why did he not move? I called the steal. Come on. L2, left, move. Oh, you're going to need to get moving. Come on, they turned the double play. That'll be the end of the 5th, though, as we flash back real quick to Marco Luciano putting us up 2-1. We do lead the game in hits now. We are having the better pitching performance, 7-5 in the hitting column. Another crucial at-bat right here. 2 outs in the top of the 7th. We lead 2-1, and we have 2 men on. So we have a man on first, a man on second, and Mookie Betts up to bat. So they brought in a pinch hitter. I believe it was for Trevor Bauer, if I'm not mistaken. They brought in a pinch hitter and set themselves up here with this at-bat opportunity to try to drive in the tying run. We're going to try to pitch around a little bit. Come on, field that ball. Throw it over to first. There we go. We're getting out of the 7th inning and putting ourselves in a position to set up to finish out this game. So let me go ahead and visit the bullpen real quick. Not quick manage. I want to go to... what am I looking for? Why am I brain farting at the moment? It's been so long that I don't even remember how to get to my bullpen. Hold on. I'll figure it out eventually. Is it like L1, R1, square, up arrow? Up arrow. There we go. Bullpen. This is the strength of our team right here. This is what we've worked so hard to build, is the back end of our bullpen. So we have Reyes Maranta, Jose Alvarado, and Caleb Berriger. What we're going to do is we are going to bring in... Do we want Alvarado or do we want Maranta? I think I'm going to go ahead with Alvarado. So we're going to warm up him, schedule him to be put into the game. And then we're going to stretch and toss Caleb Berriger and get him ready for the 9th inning. Hopefully we can get ourselves another run here. Joey Bart swings at one low. They are going to field that one. Give themselves a good opportunity to Good opportunity here to get out of the inning without any damage. Elliot Ramos back up. I'd really like to see Elliot Ramos take one deep. That's something that, he showed for us a lot in the season. A nice little hit there from him. He had so much power. He just kept taking pitchers deep again after again. Every single time that I used him, he was showing his power. I actually think he had a streak going where he had, I don't know, it was like maybe 5 to 10 games in a row where he hit a home run. Some crazy streak going on. Luciano almost gets a hold of a slider right there. Luciano might be able to put us up 3-1, 4-1 right here. Hopefully he can get a hold of something. He left that changeup up a little bit. Unfortunately, we didn't go down far enough, and we're off a little bit on the timing of that one. Pitch outside, 100-mile-per-hour fastball. And that'll be that slider that's going to get us. We bite on that slider quite a bit, although we are not without an opportunity here. And we are going up against, a right-handed pitcher, right? So we're looking for somebody that can get us something going against a righty. We could bring in Astudillo. We could bring in Blaze Jordan. Blaze Jordan's kind of the prototypical right-hander, 67, 75, 67, 66. So we could go Logan Wyatt as well. Looks like Blaze Jordan is probably our guy in this situation. Let's see if the third baseman, the young third baseman, the Roll 5 draft product, can't get a run for us. He's going to pitch him way inside with that slider. We just got to be looking for something that's not a slider. Look for that up and down action. That's a slider. Stay away from that. 2 sliders in a row. Going to miss the zone. Oh, that's a sinker. Okay. 3 pitches outside of the zone. I'm going to look for something up. We might be able to get something well into the zone, forcing fastball. That's a really nice pitch right there. He's going to try to work his way back. 3-1. That'll be a walk. I'll take that all day long. So we got 2 men on base with Tyler Black up to bat. This is not a situation you want to be in as a pitcher. Tyler Black has been good all season long. He's 2 of 3 in this game. He's going to hit that one not hard enough up the middle. Oh, and he almost beat out that throw to first base. We almost had the bases loaded right there. Not quite. But what we are going to have is we're going to have Jose Alvarado coming to the mound. We're going to skip those warm-up pitches. And we're going to be going against the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. That's a tough section of the Dodgers lineup to face off against. But really good opportunity here for us to try to escape this game with a very slim victory. We are not going to come straight at him necessarily, not right away. Maybe hit him with a 4-seam up and in. Maybe come at him a little bit. That was left a little bit too much over the zone. That's going to be a 2-2 count. Good opportunity maybe for a curveball. There we go. We got him swinging. That's going to be our first out of the 8th inning. That's going to bring up a righty, which does pose an interesting problem for us. I don't mind throwing a couple of sinkers in here. Those are generally pretty difficult to hit. Yep, and even if you do get underneath of them, they generally pop up like that. That'll be 2 outs in the 8th inning. The Dodgers' chances are getting smaller and smaller, and I'm loving it. Max Muncy up to bat. Throw a couple of sinkers his way. That one will start us off. I have no idea which pitch I just selected, unfortunately. Cutter. Okay, so that was not a bad cutter spot necessarily. We're going to go fastball down and in. There we go. Get the swing and the miss. And let's go with that curveball again. It's getting him swinging. Curveball. Got him swinging. Come on, get to that. Ah, man, I could have dove for it. I am not risking anything crazy getting behind me. Because the way that this game operates in the outfield sometimes, a pitch like that gets behind you, and that turns into an inside the park home run. And I have no interest in seeing something like that right now. Ooh, we do get the curveball call. Let's go cutter up and away. Certainly not going to get that call. 4-seam fastball down and in. Not going to be able to hit that one. That one was a little bit loose though. Let's go four-seam fastball up and away. That one ends up and in. The control's not there, but we do get out of the 8th inning with that 2-1 lead. All right. So, bottom of the 8th. Let's go ahead and finish this game out. I'll show you guys the rest of the way. Joe Adell up to bat. We do have our 2, 3, and 4 hitters up. Good opportunity for us to try to get another run on the board. These are the hitters we'd want to do it with. We just got to be patient. We got to find the right pitches. This guy doesn't have a ton of speed, so the opportunity is there for me to do well. I usually don't pitch well against fast pitchers, but against guys that throw in that, high 80s to low 90s range, I do usually pretty well against them. Able to read those pitches much easier than the high velocity ones. 2-2's the count, bottom of the 8th. Ooh, that thing was slow and that thing dipped off at the end. I really thought that thing was coming to the middle of the zone, bottom right of the zone, and I missed that hard. So we do got to slow it down a little bit. This guy pitches slow. If he leaves something into the middle of the zone, though, it's going to be there for a home run. Pitches that one outside of the zone. I'll pose this question to you guys right here while we have the opportunity. I wanted to know, since we're getting close to 10,000 subs, if you guys would be interested in me doing any 10,000 subscriber specials or anything like that. I have a few ideas in mind of 3 that I'd like to do. Let's go ahead and finish out this at bat. 2-2 count, 1 out, bottom of the 8th. There's a nice hit, I think. Yep, Buster Posey going to get on base. So the ideas that I have, real quick, for 10,000 subscriber special, I would like to do a long live stream if you guys would be interested in that. That would just be playing whatever games you guys find interesting, or not exactly defined yet on what it would be, but just a long live stream, maybe a day-long event or something like that. The second idea was potentially doing some type of hidden gem series. Some people have mentioned getting all my hidden gems from my Madden videos and collecting them on one team. And maybe starting it off with a hidden gems game to see if it's even feasible to play games with those low overalls, and go from there. But a couple of interesting ideas there, I think. 1-2 count. And then the third idea, real quick, just to end off this topic, is I thought about doing a Q&A video. I'm looking into, as Luis Toribio strikes out there, this is going to bring up a clutch situation for Steven Duggar, who's had a very up-and-down season for us. I was looking into getting a face cam, which would be interesting to do a Q&A type video with a face cam. You guys submit your questions via my community page or something like that, and then I collectively pick the best questions and answer those live on videos. Is he going to get the hit? Oh, he almost dove for it. He almost got in the way of that one and shut it down. However, we are now going to have guys on first and second. So just real quick, I wanted to pose that question to you guys. If you guys have any opinions on that, let me know. I'll shut up with that topic of conversation for the rest of the video. And let's see if Joey Bart can't get us a run. And I got to apologize, guys. I don't know what's going on with my recording software or equipment, but we literally lost the entire second half of this video, unfortunately, and it was actually pretty exciting. Now, there wasn't a ton that happened. You guys are going to get to miss, unfortunately, I think maybe the 8th and 9th inning, or maybe just the 9th inning. Caleb Berger goes on to get a save against the Dodgers. And then you don't miss too much, because what we decide to do is we decide to kind of work through these games simulation style. So we got to see the live sim of the Dodgers game, not live sim, but like right here on this screen, I simulated it live so you guys could see that we popped up with a win, popped up with a loss, then popped up with another win, and it got us the advancement to the next series in the playoffs, which then took us to the Philadelphia series. And I wasn't really too keen on playing the Philadelphia series, so I was like, you know what, we'll sim that one on camera too, and we got a 4-game sweep out of that, which took us to this final playoff bracket. And like I said, I apologize. I don't know what's going on that it's cutting off the ends of videos like that, but that's where we stand with it, unfortunately. So I did want to at least get the second half of this kind of recorded this way so you can see what's going on and what the plan is moving forward. But we get to the end here where we are facing off against the Los Angeles Angels, and that's the other thing that you guys got to miss. The Yankees and Angels were tied 1-1 in their series, and we got to advance day by day and see how that series played out. The Angels eventually take it, and we are now facing off against the Angels, who, if you guys might recall, are the team that we traded a lot of our pieces to in order to get some young talent and send them to the World Series last season and get their team moving in the right direction, but get the talent so that we could build our team up in the right direction. So if you guys might remember, we traded over Mike Yastrzemski, who is now a star right fielder for them. We added, in addition to that, Tommy La Stella, who's playing first base for them, and we also sent them their second best relief pitcher in John Brebbia. So, we sent over quite a bit in return for Joe Adell, who has been key to our rebuild process. I think that it's going to be extremely interesting to be able to see what we can get going against the team that we traded those players to. Now, this is a very nice roster. This is a team that fields people like Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani, Anthony Rendon, Griffin Canning, who's this 86 overall A potential now, David Fletcher, Mike Yastrzemski, and the list goes on, Craig Kimbrell. This is a really good roster. So, we're going to make one more video at the very least. And what I did want to add to this video was a request to you guys in terms of whether you would want to see more of this franchise continued forward. We can stop it right here at the end at the World Series. Whenever we finish out this World Series, we can make it the last video. Or, better yet, we can advance forward even further and carry this into the future. Now, I was really excited to carry it forward. I'm a little bit soured on it now that my software or hardware corrupted the second half of the video, but I am still a little bit excited about where we've managed to find ourselves here in this franchise, so it might be interesting to see how things play out beyond just this playoff. So you guys have to let me know by leaving a like on the video, by commenting down below and letting me know, and subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you want to see more of this. You guys got to let me know with all that feedback, and that will dictate how far we go with this. If we stop it here as the last episode, which will be the next episode, or do you guys want to see what happens beyond that? So you guys got to let me know all that down in the comment section below. That's going to do it for today's video. Unfortunately, that's all I have for you guys. I'm really sorry about losing that second half of the game, but unfortunately it's out of my control, and I have no way to get it back. So sorry about that, but I look forward to, at the very least, one more episode of this franchise, and that will be in the near future. But like I said, you guys gotta let me know. Get some likes on this video and let me know what you want. Certainly, please leave those comments down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, I hope you have a good one. See ya.